Success isn't just about talent or luck. It's about something deeper, something that separates those who dream from those who achieve. In this video, we're diving into the hidden keys to success that most people overlook. But before we begin, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss powerful content like this. Now, let's get started. Success isn't a matter of chance, nor is it reserved for the lucky or the well-connected. It doesn't fall into your lap because the stars aligned or because you happen to be in the right place at the right time. Success is born from intention. It begins in the mind and takes shape through consistent, deliberate effort. It's not about waiting for life to hand you an opportunity. It's about recognizing that you are the opportunity. The way you choose to think, act, and respond to the world determines how far you'll go. The truth is, every person who has ever accomplished something extraordinary started by making a decision to believe in themselves even when no one else did, to push forward in the face of resistance, and to stay committed when everything around them screamed for them to quit. It's not magic. It's not fate. It's the mindset that says, I will figure this out. Legendary basketball coach Pat Riley once said, "Excellence is the gradual result of always striving to do better." That pursuit begins not with perfect conditions, but with the courage to move despite imperfection. Many people spend years waiting for a better job, a better time, a better version of themselves. But those who rise don't wait. They act. They understand that the path is made by walking, not by standing still. What separates the achievers from the dreamers isn't talent or intelligence. It's the willingness to move forward when it's uncomfortable, unclear, or downright scary. It's about trusting that if you just keep stepping, eventually the fog will lift. Success is a reflection of your approach to life. Every choice you make either pulls you closer to your potential or pushes you further from it. And every day presents a new chance to choose belief over doubt, discipline over ease, and progress over perfection. When you take responsibility for your thoughts and your actions, you reclaim power over your life. That is where success begins, not in some distant destination, but right here, in the mindset you cultivate today. The moment you decide to take full responsibility for your life is the moment everything begins to change. It's easy to point fingers, to blame your past, your parents, your environment, or the resources you didn't have, but none of that changes where you are or where you're going. Ownership is the catalyst for transformation. When you stop externalizing your failures and start recognizing that your future rests in your hands, you take back the power that excuses have stolen from you. Success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who own their journey, flaws and all. You can't rewrite your past, but you can absolutely rewrite your future, and it starts with accountability. Victimhood may feel comfortable, even justified, but it robs you of your agency. High performers don't dwell on what's missing. They focus on what's possible. When you take control of your attitude and effort, even the most difficult situations become opportunities. The late Kobe Bryant once said, "Everything negative, pressure, challenges is all an opportunity for me to rise." This mindset turns problems into progress and pain into purpose. Of course, responsibility doesn't make the road smoother. It just gives you the steering wheel. You'll still face resistance. There will be days when motivation is absent, when failure is loud, and when doubt creeps in like a shadow. But those who endure don't do so because it's easy. They do so because they've made a promise to themselves not to quit. They fall, they adjust, and they keep moving. Failure isn't something they fear, it's something they use. The most successful people have failed more than others have even tried, but each misstep brought them one lesson closer to mastery. In the end, success isn't simply about goals reached or milestones celebrated. It's about the person you sculpt through the process. It's about integrity when no one is watching, resilience when things fall apart, and character when you're tested. You don't become successful and then grow, you grow, and then you become successful. You evolve into the version of yourself that can hold success with humility and wisdom. And that transformation? It starts the moment you stop waiting for someone to save you, and instead choose to become your own hero. Visualization is not just daydreaming. It's a practice of clarity, a daily rehearsal of who you are becoming. When you deliberately picture yourself achieving your goals, whether it's crossing the finish line, delivering a powerful speech, or living a life aligned with your values, you begin to train your mind to believe it's possible. This mental rehearsal isn't wishful thinking. It's mental conditioning. Olympic athletes have used it for decades, and high performers in every field, from CEOs to elite soldiers, leverage the power of visualization to stay aligned with their mission. As Muhammad Ali famously declared, "I am the greatest." I said that even before I knew I was. That belief began in his mind long before it showed up in the ring. But let's be clear, visualization without action is a fantasy. You can see your dream life in vivid detail, but unless you're willing to do the work, it remains just that, a dream. The magic lies in pairing vision with motion. Every single day, show up, especially on the days when you don't feel like it, especially when progress feels invisible. It's the compound effect of small actions repeated over time that builds something great. Think of it like planting seeds. You might not see growth for a while, but that doesn't mean nothing is happening. Water it anyway. Nurture it anyway. Trust the process. If you're waiting for the moment when all the stars align, stop. Perfection is a myth. There is no right time. Most successful people began without a map, only a deep desire to move forward. They didn't wait until they had the perfect plan. They simply started. That first step might be messy. You might stumble. But clarity doesn't come from standing still. It comes from movement. Momentum breeds confidence. And confidence doesn't come from knowing everything. It comes from surviving what you once thought you couldn't. Ultimately, your mindset is the gatekeeper of your destiny. It can be your greatest asset or your biggest obstacle. If your thoughts are filled with fear, doubt, and limitation, you will shrink from opportunity. But if your thoughts are centered on belief, growth, and potential, you'll rise to meet the challenges ahead. Henry Ford once said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." That statement isn't just motivational fluff, it's a blueprint for reality. The life you want begins with the belief that you're capable of creating it. Choose that belief, then live it, step by step. Pause for a moment and ask yourself a question most people avoid. What kind of life do I truly want to live? Not the one others expect of you. Not the version that settles for safety, but the life that lights a fire in your soul. The one that challenges you, fulfills you, and stretches you into the person you're meant to become. That vision, it already lives inside you. You don't need permission to pursue it. You don't need everything figured out. What you need is belief. The unwavering belief that your life can be more, and that you have the strength to make it so. Don't wait for certainty. Begin now. The first step isn't toward perfection, it's toward possibility. Success isn't some mountaintop you reach and then rest on. It's a living, breathing journey, an evolution. And the journey begins not with grand gestures, but with your daily mindset. Each morning, you choose whether you'll play small or rise with purpose. Each evening, you reflect not just on what you did, but on who you're becoming. Success is about progress, not perfection. It's about leaning into the process, trusting your growth, and embracing the uncomfortable spaces where transformation happens. That's where the real work lives, and that's where your power is found. Waiting for life to make space for you is a losing game. The world won't pause and say, "Now's your time." You make it your time. You don't need the stars to align. You need to step into the chaos with clarity. Opportunity isn't handed out. It's carved with your persistence, grit, and refusal to quit. Your power lies in how you respond, not to comfort, but to resistance. Each challenge is a test, not of your worth, but of your will. Can you keep going when it's hard? Can you find meaning in the mess? That's the proving ground of greatness. It's easy to dream. It's easy to speak in some days and maybes. What's hard, what really separates people, is execution. The willingness to act before you feel ready. The courage to follow through when no one's watching. The world is filled with people who talk, but few who move. Don't let hesitation be the reason you never become who you were meant to be. There will never be a perfect moment. The perfect moment is the one you create by deciding that now is enough, that you are enough, and that your journey, imperfect and unpolished, is worth beginning today. Real success demands that you lean into discomfort, not avoid it. Growth doesn't happen in safe spaces. It's born in the friction between who you are and who you're becoming. The most accomplished individuals didn't arrive at greatness by choosing the easy road. They chose the road that challenged them. They walked through fear, they faced rejection, and they failed, often. But instead of retreating, they leaned in. They saw discomfort not as a threat, but as a sign they were on the right path. As David Goggins puts it, be uncomfortable every fucking day of your life. Because that's where breakthroughs are born, not in the known, but in the stretch. What most people misunderstand is that success is far more than outcomes. It's an internal evolution. The trophies, the milestones, the accolades, they're reflections of something deeper, the person you had to become to earn them. The grind teaches discipline. The setbacks develop resilience. The late nights shape focus. These aren't just hardships, they're the crucible in which character is forged. A year from now, you won't just look back and see goals accomplished. You'll look back and barely recognize the version of yourself that started. That's the true reward, not just what you've done, but who you've become. Fear of failure is the silent killer of dreams, but failure itself? It's your greatest teacher. Every misstep, every rejection, every setback, it's all feedback. It's a map showing you what doesn't work so you can adjust and improve. The most successful people on the planet didn't win because they never failed. They won because they kept going after they did. They didn't let embarrassment or frustration stop them. They let it fuel them. If you want to grow, you must embrace the stumble, honor the lesson, and get back up stronger. That's not losing. That's learning in motion. Pursuing your dreams isn't a casual endeavor. It's a full commitment. It requires your full heart, your full energy, and your full presence. You can't coast to greatness. You can't half commit and hope for extraordinary. If you want to build something remarkable, whether it's a career, a business, a legacy, you have to be all in. There will be moments where giving up feels easier, where the weight feels too heavy. But it's in those exact moments that your future is decided. Winners aren't made when things go smoothly. They're made when they refuse to quit. You have more in you. Trust that. Then prove it. One hard step at a time. There's no hidden shortcut, no overnight formula, no secret recipe passed down from the elite. Success doesn't work that way. Strip away the noise and what remains is this: your mindset and the actions you take each day. That's it. Success is rooted in a belief that what you desire is possible, paired with the unshakable discipline to show up and do the work, even when the results aren't immediate, even when motivation fades. It's not glamorous, it's not easy, but it's real. And the most profound reward isn't the goal itself, it's the evolution. It's becoming the kind of person who refuses to break under pressure, who rises under fire, and who earns their success one deliberate choice at a time. The path to success is far from linear. It twists, it stalls. It often pushes you to the brink of quitting. But each detour, every challenge, every moment of doubt, they aren't distractions. They're part of the architecture of your growth. Imagine a seed underground. It looks like nothing is happening, but roots are forming. Strength is being built where no one can see. That's what your journey is. You may not see visible progress today, but each act of effort is laying the bricks of a future breakthrough. Don't underestimate the power of your consistency. A spark may seem small, but with persistence, it can light a wildfire. So ask yourself, am I ready to show up no matter what? Am I willing to trade comfort for commitment? Am I ready to own the truth that success isn't random? It's a reflection of how you think, how you work, and how you persist. Because in the end, success is always a decision before it becomes an achievement. It's the choice to rise after falling, the choice to act when it's easier to delay, the choice to believe in yourself when no one else does. The people who make it aren't the luckiest, they're the most relentless. They just refuse to stop. And now it's your turn. Your defining moment isn't someday, it's now. Not when things are perfect, not when you feel completely ready, now. The decision to take control of your life is the beginning of every transformation. You don't need anyone's permission. You don't need more time. You need courage, clarity, and a willingness to begin. This is the moment where the dream shifts into motion, if you choose it. So don't wait. Choose belief. Choose effort. Choose to chase the life you know you're meant for. Then go out and build it, brick by brick. So the final question is simple, yet life-defining. What will you do with the mindset you choose today? Because today is not just another day. It's the day the excuses end, the day your dreams stop living in the future and start breathing in the present. This is the day you draw the line in the sand and commit to becoming the version of yourself you've always known you could be. No more hesitation, no more waiting for signs. The answer has always been inside of you. Now it's time to trust it, act on it, and let it lead you forward. Understand this. Success doesn't arrive, wrap itself in a bow, and say, "You've made it." It's not a finish line. It's a rhythm, a way of thinking, living, and showing up. You don't reach success and then coast. You live success by staying in the game, continuing to evolve, and staying hungry. Each step forward may feel small, but when stacked over time, those steps become momentum. And momentum is how greatness is built. It's not about sudden breakthroughs. It's about relentless progress, bit by bit, day by day. Adopting this mindset changes everything. You stop fearing challenges because you realize they're your greatest teachers. You stop avoiding pain because you know it's shaping your strength. Every failure becomes a forge, every detour a deeper lesson. And soon, you start to crave the process more than the outcome. Why? Because each obstacle gives you proof. You're not the same person you were. You're getting sharper, stronger, better. This is the comeback mentality. This is the edge that turns adversity into advantage. Here's the hard truth. Success was never supposed to be easy. And that's the point. If it were easy, it wouldn't change you. But the fact that it's hard, that it demands more of you, is what makes it worth it. You're not here to live a life of average. You're not here to sit on the sidelines and watch others rise. You are here to build, to climb, to fight, and to finish what you start. The mindset you choose today will either open the door to that reality or keep it locked. Choose the one that moves you forward, then step through and never look back. Why? Because deep down, you know success isn't just about reaching a finish line. It's about the transformation that happens along the way. It's about the person you're becoming through the fight, the setbacks, and the rise. Every tough moment adds to your strength. Every second of doubt chisels your resilience. And every failure is a stepping stone, shaping you, refining you, preparing you to handle the success you're working toward. The outcome matters, yes, but it's who you become in pursuit of that outcome that defines your legacy. Here's the unfiltered truth. Waiting won't get you there. Hoping won't make it happen. Life won't hand you the keys to your dream. You've got to build the door, find the lock, and break it open. Nothing shifts until you do. If you want opportunity, create it. If you want change, initiate it. The world doesn't reward potential, it rewards persistence. If you're waiting for life to make room for you, you'll be waiting forever. You have to carve out your space, own your path, and act like your future depends on it. Because it does. That's where the real power of success lies. In the effort, the discipline, the daily decision to keep going. It's earned in silence, in solitude, in the hard days no one sees. It's not handed to you. It's forged by belief. Belief that you are capable, even when circumstances say otherwise. Every day you commit to this mindset, you earn a little more of that success. Not with shortcuts, not with luck, but with courage, clarity, and consistent action. That's the currency of achievement. And yes, success demands risk. It demands walking toward fear, not away from it. That pit in your stomach, that's not a warning, it's a compass. Fear points to the very places you need to grow. The greats didn't avoid risk, they learned to calculate it, lean into it, and use it as fuel. Growth lives on the edge of discomfort. You can't expand your life while staying in the confines of what's easy. Taking a risk isn't reckless when it's aligned with your vision. It's a declaration of belief in yourself. The fear will always be there, but so will the opportunity. So leap, bet on yourself. Because in the end, the real failure isn't falling, it's never trying. It's essential to understand that success isn't a solo pursuit. No one climbs to the top alone. The people you surround yourself with will either lift you higher or weigh you down. Take a moment to evaluate your circle. Are they dream enablers or dream killers? Do they challenge you to rise or keep you tethered to mediocrity? High achievers are intentional about their environments. They seek out those who hold them accountable, who inspire them to think bigger, and who walk with purpose. If you want to go far, go together, but go with the right people. Community doesn't just support success, it sustains it. Your thoughts are the architects of your reality. What you choose to believe becomes the lens through which you experience life. If you believe you're capable of success, you'll find ways to create it. If you believe you're not, you'll unconsciously sabotage yourself. This isn't philosophy, it's fact. Countless high performers, from Kobe Bryant to Oprah Winfrey, have echoed this truth. Mindset is everything. You must guard your mind like your life depends on it. because in many ways it does. Feed it with vision, fuel it with belief, and never let self-doubt take the driver's seat. Each day you wake up is a blank canvas, a fresh opportunity to take a step toward your goals. But time doesn't wait. Waiting for someday is the fastest way to bury your dreams. There is no perfect moment. There is only now. Now is when your discipline matters. Now is when your mindset is tested. Now is when most people quit. Don't be most people. Even when you're exhausted, even when the results feel far away, remember, motion beats perfection. Take one more step, then another. Your future doesn't arrive. It is built, one small, intentional action at a time. And when the struggle feels overwhelming, remember your why. You didn't start this journey by accident. You started because something deep inside of you wanted more. More than comfort, more than average, more than just getting by. That fire you felt in the beginning? It's still there, waiting for you to reignite it. Lean into that purpose. Let it guide you. Let it pull you through the tough days. Because the future you're building, your future self, is depending on the strength you show today. Keep going. You're closer than you think. Success isn't for those looking for shortcuts or hoping for luck to deliver a breakthrough. It's for the ones who refuse to settle, who show up on the days they want to quit, and who pour everything into the pursuit of something greater. It's for the ones who keep moving forward, even when the finish line feels miles away. When no one believes in them, they dig deep and believe harder in themselves. It takes guts to begin a journey with no map, to chase a dream others can't see. But that's what makes it powerful. Success belongs to the brave. You're far more powerful than you've been led to believe. The only limits that exist are the ones you've accepted. Don't let doubt disguise itself as reason. Don't let fear convince you to play small. One day you'll look back, and it won't be the risks you took that haunt you. It will be the moments you hesitated, the chances you let pass because you were waiting to feel ready. Mistakes can be fixed. Failure can be fuel. But a life unlived, a dream untried, that's the true tragedy. Right now is the moment to shift everything. Not tomorrow, not next week. Now. Make the decision to rise. Let go of excuses. Step into the mindset that success isn't just for others, it's yours to claim. You don't need to have it all figured out. No one does. But what you do need is the courage to start, the strength to continue, and the will to rise after every fall. Success doesn't require perfection. It requires persistence. You will face resistance. You will be tested. But every time you choose to press forward, you become someone stronger. Every time you silence the inner critic and say, "I will," you are rewriting your story. So when the world says it's too hard, when your own mind whispers doubts, keep going. Don't just prove them wrong. Prove to yourself that you were never broken, just becoming. This is your time. Your story isn't finished. It's just getting started. Success isn't just out there waiting for someone worthy. It's waiting for you to believe you already are.